What makes a good base in Rust, especially for solo or duo players? Is it the number of honeycombs or ceilings? Or is it multiple bunkers inside the base? Well, I think it's all useless, because even the strongest base can help against a 40-man Chinese clan with 15 boxes of rockets. So, instead of making a secure base, we'll outsmart the clans by hiding our loot. Let me explain it better. For example, here's a 2x1 base. Do you see anything unusual? Maybe there's something inside? Well, look here. If you pick up the door, we can access 3 boxes in the floor, which only we can use, because they are locked. And here's expanded base, with stairs, bunker and great shooting floor. See anything unusual inside? Check this. But we can do it even better. For example, let's add a few gatehouses and external TCs, with the same pixel loot rooms. The idea was to combine Rexmore base with my old design and add a bunker, a shooting floor, beds, oil refinery, a few loot rooms and other deployables to make this base comfy and secure. Jedis and gentlemen, it would be nice if you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button right here. It's free. Thanks. Let's start by placing square foundation, and instead of placing a second one, build 5 triangles with 2 squares connected to each other as I show. Then leave only 2 squares and remove the rest. At this point, place the hull walls around this 2x1 core and clip both ceilings to the back walls, like this. Now, if you look from the side, you will be able to see the gap between the walls. If you have the same gap, you can upgrade everything to stone. Once inside, you will need to place the boxes in the exact center of 2 squares. And make sure you lock them up. What remains is to put up the ceilings and attach them to the back walls, like before. As a result, we can use these boxes through the floor, if we aim for this gap below. Next, we're gonna build a regular 2x1 base. Add an airlock that stands on the hull walls, and build walls around the core. You can upgrade the walls with wood in the first stage if you lack stone. Place a TC in the back right corner. Add one more doorway and put the doors to create an airlock. There's room for 3 furnaces underneath. And here's the most interesting part. Place a frame with double door in the center. As you can see, it's blocking the gap in the floor, which makes this hidden loot room completely invisible. You can fill up a TC room with any deployables that you need, but I prefer to place 2 large boxes and 2 small boxes here. Also, the door should open inward. I'll explain why later. We still have plenty of room for a workbench, a few more boxes and 2 sleeping bags. Now I'll explain the main idea. Before exiting the game, you pick up these boxes along with the door and drag your loot to the hidden boxes and leave only trash loot in the main loot room. Then you put the door with the box back in place, and to hide the gap, you leave the door open. If you don't want to spend the entire wipe in this barn, it's time for expansion. Add triangles around the base to make honeycombs a little later. And also put 3 triangles where I show you. Near the entrance, place hull walls with ceilings. And replace the furnaces with a floor. Now let's make a new entrance to our base, which will also be a bunker. Before that, add the honeycombs on the 3 triangles I mentioned before. Don't forget the ceiling. Thanks to honeycomb, we can put a shelf inside and use it as a jump up. From above, you need to close the entrance with a single door and add a ceiling in the middle. As a bunker, place a shelf next to the TC with spiral stairs on it and upgrade it into metal. As you can see, the stairs are blocking the entrance, and even if you break the twig, bunker won't open. Because to open it, you have to break both twigs. Also, because of the different heights of the walls, we can easily put the ceiling back here. Now it's time to upgrade the main core. All ceilings and some walls need to be upgraded to height wall. For example, this wall next to TC. The floor can also be in metal. The gap will not disappear, and you can continue to use these boxes. It's also better to make the bunker entrance height wall, as well as the walls at the bottom. On the second floor, you can make a loot room with 4 boxes. On this side, add honeycomb with half walls at the bottom. And place furnaces behind the window on top. On the right side, build honeycombs with regular walls and put half walls on top of them to make a hidden locker. Place it right in the middle of these lines. And cover it with 2 triangle roofs. As you can see, a locker is completely invisible, but it can be used, even if you upgrade roof into metal. And of course, don't forget to lock it. Then build another layer of half walls with windows on top. And cover them with vertical embrasures. Now let's make a normal entrance to our base. Build 1 more honeycomb, as on the opposite side. Here we're gonna place a square with 2 triangles. And then remove it. Cover this area with walls and door frames. And in the middle we're gonna place an oil refinery as high as possible to make an easy jump up. Next, add honeycombs around the main core with windows on top. Build 2 more frames and seal them with ceiling. Place shop fronts in these frames. Here you can place 3 furnaces. And don't forget the doors. Next to the roof, there's plenty of space for 2 beds and 1 more locker. And let's finish this base with a cozy attic. Place 3 half walls with the floor frames. And cover the whole area with roofs. You can put the ceilings outside to make the roof easier to build. Do the same on the opposite side. However, in order to create an open space, you'll have to change the layout a little. Just move the 3 half walls to the inside. And now you can place the roof. Next, cover the windows with double doors. Put small boxes at the bottom and add vertical embrasures. It's impossible to get inside your base from the outside. There's still room for a few more boxes and planters on top. To protect your base even better, you can add some gun traps in the places I'll show you. At the end, check your bunker, because sometimes you can't put stairs, because of the bed above. Fixing this can be simple, just move the bed to a different place. To retrieve your loot after being raided, you will need to build an external TC. Build 4 triangles with 2 squares. And use the same method as at the beginning. Build 5 triangles with 2 squares, connected to each other. Then leave only 2 squares and remove the rest. Place half walls around this 2x1 core. And check if there's a gap. Then place 3 boxes in the exact center of 2 squares and lock them. Clip both ceilings to the back walls and make sure that you can use these boxes. Then, make the most primitive gatehouse to avoid attracting attention. Finally, place a square and 5 triangles. The last one should be raised. Add another low triangle to this foundation. Build 2 walls and here place 2 half walls for extra stability. Upgrade this triangle into metal. Place a TC and seal it with the window. And here is your external. Add floor frames from both sides to make it work. To disconnect it, build a high foundation with a roof. You can build several of these externals around. And if you want to know how to make your base illegal by combining a floor stack system with indestructible bunker, or how to completely hide your turret to make an insane trap base,